大家好，欢迎你回到 CHI 213的频道，我是高老师。今天我们要继续学第14课对话一。第14课说什么？生日晚会，生日晚会。Hey everybody, this is Gao Lao Shi, and welcome back to CHI 213 pre-class videos. In this video, we're going to wrap up with Lesson 14, Dialogue 1. If you engage with this video by doing what it asks you to do, you will be able to accomplish the following learning goals. Number 1, you'll be able to read, understand, and pronounce with correct tones all of the vocab words from Lesson 14, Dialogue 1. Number 2, you'll be able to read and fully comprehend on your own the entire textbook dialogue. And number 3, you'll have a basic understanding of the dialogue's main grammar points. And there's one that we'll be focusing on here in this pre-class video. 准备好了吗？好的，我们开始吧。Let's begin preparing for this portion of Lesson 14, Dialogue 1 by listening to the audio of our new vocab words. And as you hear the speaker pronounce these words, please try your best to mimic their pronunciation out loud.
Lesson 14, Dialogue 1, Vocabulary.
过
To live, a life. To observe, a holiday. To celebrate, a festival. To pass.
舞会
Dance party, ball,
表姐
Older female cousin.
中学
middle school, secondary school,
送
To give as a gift.
礼物
gift, present.
本
Major word for books,
饮料
Beverage.
水果
fruit.
把
Major word for bunches of things and chairs.
花
Flower.
爱
To love, to like, to be fond of.
苹果
Apple.
梨
Pear.
西瓜
Watermelon.
住
To live in a certain place.
重
Heavy. Serious.
接
To catch, to meet, to welcome.
楼
Multi-storied building. Floor. Of a multi-level building.
Proper noun.
王红
Wang Hong. A personal name.
Please go back now and listen to the audio at least 2 more times, repeating out loud what you hear. Now that you feel comfortable with our new vocab words, let's look at the dialogue together.
Lesson 14, Dialogue 1. Let's go to a party.
王鹏，你做什么呢？
我看书呢。
今天高小英过生日，晚上我们在她家开舞会，你能去吗？
能去，几点
7点。我们先吃饭，吃完饭再唱歌跳舞。
有哪些人？
小英和她的男朋友，小英的表姐白英爱，你妹妹王红，听说还有小英的中学同学。
你要送给小英什么生日礼物？
我买了一本书送给她，
那我带什么东西？
饮料或者水果都可以。
那我带一些饮料，再买一把花。
小英爱吃水果，我再买一些苹果、梨和西瓜吧。
你住的地方离小英家很远，水果很重，我开车去接你，我们一起去吧。
好，我6点半在楼下等你。
Please go back now and listen to this audio at least 2 more times, just to make sure you can fully comprehend what both speakers are saying. Before moving on to look at our new grammar point from this part of Lesson 14, Dialogue 1, don't forget to review those new vocab words. In order to begin reviewing these new vocab words, all you have to do is scan the QR code on your screen here or click on the link below in the description section of the video. Let's turn now to look at the main grammar point from this part of Lesson 14, Dialogue 1. Wang Peng says, 你住的地方离小英家很远。你住的地方离小英家很远。So in Chinese, attributives are often followed by the particle de. So here our attributive is 住, to live. Attributives always appear before the elements that they modify. That should be a rule that you remember. Remember in Chinese, the modifier always precedes the modified. Verbs, verbal phrases, and subject-object phrases can all serve as attributives. But perhaps you're wondering, what is an attributive? So in grammar, an attributive expression is a word or phrase within a noun phrase that modifies the head noun. So it'll connote an attribute or a property of the noun. And as I mentioned earlier, they're always placed before the nouns they modify. So for example, we could say a newly bought meal card. 新买的饭卡. Newly bought is modifying the meal card. 新买, newly bought, 的饭卡, meal card. So the attribute comes first. It's modifying the noun. In the example you can see on your screen here, 你住的地方. 地方 is the noun, the place. 住 is to live, so the place that you live. 好的，我们来练习一下。新买的饭卡。新买的饭卡. And I already briefly explained this phrase to you. But 新买 is the attribute here. It's describing the noun. The noun here is 饭卡, the meal card. So what kind of meal card is it? It's the newly bought meal card. 好的，中文怎么说？我们可以说昨天来的同学。昨天来的同学。So here again, the head noun is 同学, classmate. And the attribute? The one who came yesterday. 昨天来的同学。好的，中文怎么说？以前认识的朋友。以前认识的朋友。So again, our noun comes last, 朋友, friend. And before it, we have the character de. And before that, we have our attribute. It's describing the noun. What type of friend is it? It's the 以前认识的朋友, the friend you previously knew. 中文怎么说？我妈妈做的豆腐。我妈妈做的豆腐。So again, you place your head noun, the main noun. Here it's tofu, or tofu dish. And in front of it, we'll have the attribute. And this attribute is 我妈妈做, so my mom made, 的豆腐。中文怎么说？So homework here will be the main noun. 老师给我们的功课。老师给我们的功课。So again, the attribute here, the part of the sentence that is describing the noun, comes first, because the modifier always precedes the modified. And lastly, as I mentioned earlier, is our main noun, 功课. So what type of homework is it? It's the homework the teacher gave us, the homework the teacher assigned us. 好的，中文怎么说？So your main noun here is going to be shoes, 鞋。王鹏昨天买的鞋。王鹏昨天买的鞋。好的，我们来练习一下。Please take a moment here to review this grammar pattern. Your task is to modify the nouns below with a verb phrase or a subject-predicate phrase, and I've given that phrase to you here in the parentheses. You may want to pause the video because I'm about to give away the answers. 第一，我刚买的笔。我刚买的笔。So here again, 笔 is the main noun, and what comes before it is the modifier, or as we could say, the attribute. 我刚买的笔。第二呢？你送给我的书。你送给我的书。So here we're using 送给 to illustrate that it was a present or a gift that you gave me. 第三，哥哥新买的衣服。哥哥新买的衣服。So here the attribute comes first, followed by 的, which is then followed by the main noun, 衣服, clothing. What type of clothing? It's the clothing that was newly bought by my older brother. 第四，昨天认识的朋友。昨天认识的朋友。So what type of friend was it? It was the friend we met yesterday. For additional explanations and examples of this grammar point, please do reference your integrated Chinese textbook, pages 108 to 109. For those of you interested in improving your pronunciation, which I hope is most of you, there is an excellent resource out there for you to help you accomplish this objective. It was created by Pomona College. So simply scan the QR code on the screen or click on the link below in the description section of this video, and it'll take you to this really cool website. On this website, you'll find short quizzes for practicing your pronunciation of all the vocab words in our integrated Chinese textbook, from lesson 1 all the way through lesson 20. You'll also find some helpful guides for practicing the basic Chinese consonants and vowels. And lastly, once you feel comfortable with all the vocab words, characters, and grammar points from Lesson 14, Dialogue 1, don't forget to take the Lesson 14, Dialogue 1, Part 2 pre-class practice quiz in Canvas before our next class session. 好的，下次见，拜拜。